Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to Carmen and Friends Live. And my friend today is Vinny Sagrani, the Vice President of CenterState Bank. How are you, Vinny?
Great. How are you guys doing tonight, Carmen?
I'm good. It's Tuesday. We're finally on, and it's a pleasure to get to sit down here with you and chit chat a little bit about CenterState and what the last couple of months have looked like for you guys.
Yeah, just been a little crazy, a little busy, but good busy.
Good busy. So tell us a little bit about CenterState and how long you've been with, and a little bit about how you came to be into the banking world.
Yeah. Do you remember the last time we actually sat down one-on-one like this?
Yeah,
we were at Dunkin' Donuts.
We were at Dunkin' Donuts, and there's a little bit of a debate on whether or not I initiated that conversation or you initiated that conversation. And just for the record, I initiated that conversation.
Did you? I don't know. We don't have a phone call record of that, so we can't really prove that side of it. So we see that you Facebooked me first. I messaged you first through Messenger, and then I got an email to you. But we don't have a phone call record yet.
Right. So, and it all came from, obviously, I opened my business with my business partner of, my employer of so many years. And I was going through my Facebook and his Facebook, and I was going through Chamber of Commerce list, trying to find people of our sphere of influence. And here, I mean, obviously, we're in a different county, and then this guy pops up, and I'm like, Rod, you know somebody in this area that's on the board of directors, and you haven't introduced me yet? And he was like, yeah, we were on the boat together like 15 years ago with Nancy, another friend of yours, and which I recently was in the room with her, which was so interesting. And then I made the friend request, and I and maybe you did message me first, so you were like, hey, you know what?
Right.
I'll let you take credit of it for the next hour. How about that?
All right, there we go.
So tell us a little bit about how you started with the banking, in the banking industry.
So I kind of started off, I think like everybody, you got a part-time job at the bank. I was a part-time teller, going to school and just kind of working through that and seeing what I wanted to do. And somehow I just kept working, became full-time, got promoted, started advancing the ladder. And before you know it, I'm 20 years in, and I'm like, well, okay, I guess it's my career now.
It is.
It's something I love. It's something I think I didn't think I went into it thinking this is going to be my career path or my end all or my love, but it's become a passion for me. I mean, I've been in it that long. I've grown up in the area, so everybody knows me as Vinny the banker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just Vinny the banker, Vinny the guy that's involved in everything.
I try to keep my life, or I should say my time commitment, pretty busy and pretty occupied. And sometimes I know some people will say I'm doing too much or I'm out too much and not enough at home, cooking or cleaning. But I mean, that's another story.
But what's nice is that your wife, Carrie, who is the program director at Pace School for Girls, is very active too.
So she is. She tries to give back as much as she can. I mean, I think that's what we all try to do. We try to better our community, better ourselves, better everybody around us,
Yeah, no, you guys definitely do a good job at it. And talking about Carrie, I absolutely love your wife. Of course, you already know that. I make sure to tell you all the time. And of course, you dote on her. And I'm like, I just love her to death.
She's great. She's great like that.
I mean, she did bring me flowers and my dog's treats when we moved to Volusia County. Like,
I know, right? I think I hear footsteps coming here. She may be popping in here.
She's the best.
Tell me about that. So for my birthday last year, so she utilized you, made some banners and some koozies. Yeah. And then she tells me that she came and brought you flowers, a card, and like doggy treats. And it's kind of Carrie's MO. She likes doing sweet things for people, and especially if you got a dog or a pet.
Well, and you were sweet too. Remember you made that awesome huge banner that we used for all the photos.
Yep. She's the best. I love her. But I have to say, I mean, Volusia County has been really good to us. I feel like everybody here is super kind. Now, she is a step above the rest. I just have to say that. I just love her. I feel like you're both so blessed to have each other. So I know that you guys are really active. How'd you guys meet?
So we met through some mutual connections. Ironically enough, I was joining the board for Pace Center for Girls here in Volusia Flagler, and Carrie happened to work there. But we didn't really know each other. I mean, she remembers this moment more than I do. So I was coming up for my board orientation there, and she actually had to work late to make my board packet for me so that the board director could hand it to me and go over it with me. I totally don't remember this. I remember meeting her, but I don't remember that she worked late, had to make the packet, and here I'm coming in late, like whatever. But then after that, we just started to get to know each other. We were both actually dating separate people at that time, and just a couple of times we'd go up with some mutual friends, and we'd run into each other, and me being the friendly guy, I'll go up and talk to her, say, hey, Carrie, how's it going? How's work going? And life and everything. And I'm sure Carrie will have a different conversation about like, here's a darn board of director coming up after hours with me when I try to let loose, or at least have a good time, Yeah. But then we just started out. I mean, she ended up moving to a different Pace Center, so I was still on the board here. She ended up working at the office in Jacksonville. So we had our distance and separation, and then lo and behold, God brought us together. I chased her up in Jacksonville. We do the distance commute, and God brought her back to Volusia County. At that point, then I had to get off the board for that reason.
So you're no longer on the board for Pace.
Not for Pace, but it seems like sometimes I think I'm doing more than I did before being the husband as opposed to on the board of directors.
Oh, that's a win-win. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit. I do want to talk about banking because I know that the last couple of months have been super, super. If it's been stressful for us, I can only imagine from a bank perspective what it's looked like. Obviously, it feels like getting ready to go into like a second part of COVID-19. But hopefully, right? And I'm just gonna claim that that we're at the tail end of this.
I'm hoping for that. I mean, it has been a little crazy. I think for everybody, I don't want to say the new norm, but it's something we've all had to adjust to. A pandemic, an event that nobody's ever experienced before, and one that it's closed down business. It's shut most down completely, and some were going part-time to little to no time. And so, it's a good thing the government stepped in and came up with some pretty good programs. One of those things I think rolled out pretty quick, didn't give everybody enough time to prepare or follow a playbook. So like with you and your business and other clients with their banks were experiencing some delay or some extra work to get the paperwork through the system. But I mean, I don't know exact numbers for our Volusia County, but I know we process many, many applications. And at the end of the day, our goal was just to making sure everybody could get funding or get some sort of funding that they were entitled to, just so they could keep the doors open, keep the employees there, keep the lights on.
Yeah. And of course, we're talking about the PPP and the EIDL loans. So the PPP is the one that rolled out right away. And
yeah, the payment protection program.
There was 2 rounds of that. The first round went pretty quickly. I mean, it was like days. It was gone and what have you. We did not make that cut the first. So it was a little bit stressful. I remember just kind of sitting there thinking, okay, cash is king and we have cash, but it was very scary, very scary. And then obviously when they said there was going to be a second round, there was, which was just a couple days later, hey, there's going to be a second round. So we were a little bit more at peace with that. And then did get approved during the second round. And we're obviously starting to even see changes now in how you can use your PPP and what have you. So this is just so different, right? It's rare that these kind of things come out and then there be the amount of changes that there have been.
Yeah, I think like with everything, I think like everything, it's a fluid. Sorry. I think like everything, it's fluid. I mean, it's one of those things, and in the grand scheme of things, you have this idea, you want to go step by step. But I think as time was going through and having every bank apply for their clients through the SBA portal kind of crashed the system a little bit. So everybody was coming up with a game plan on how to execute it. I think everybody did a great job. You're right. Round one, most people did not get through. But I think if you're communicating with your banker, or at least know your banker enough where you can, call, text, email, walk into the office before we closed our doors right now, to be able to stay in contact with them and make sure that you're at least on a list, or at least they're there to work for you in that case. And I think in round two, you're right. Round one was gone. Round two, we were able to help many more people. Banks had their processes in place, got a little more streamlined, more automated. And at that point, I think the SBA, the government, also got their systems in check too, to be able to communicate with everybody.
How do you feel like it's changed your business? I know it's changed a lot even through the course of this. How many weeks has this been? I lost count.
I know we kind of stepped down a little bit around mid-March, and it was something that we thought it'd be a couple weeks, maybe a month, to see how it goes. And here we were going into end of June, July, third quarter.
Oof.
It's been an interesting time.
Yeah, we talked about that, thinking that it would go into August, and a lot of people just thought, hey, you know what, this is going to be really quick. And obviously here we are, at the end of June going, okay, we could possibly face either another shutdown or more rigorous requirements, as we're seeing in other counties. We are not seeing that in Volusia County today, but South Florida, is full masks now. Orange County is full mask, Tampa. So it could come our way. How has it changed your business? Because your doors are closed, right? So what are you seeing changes in your particular office and handling it?
Our business has altered. I think most banks have gone to they've shut the lobby down. They've kept it for appointment only. We're directing most traffic as we can through the drive-through or other electronic means, email, fax, online, whatever we can. I think most banks have done that. You can come into the bank. We're taking it by appointment only. So obviously we're going to screen you. Once you pass the screening, then we're going to ask you to wear a mask to come in. We keep you within a certain amount of space. I think we're trying to follow as much social distancing guidelines by the CDC as possible. I think it's done that with a lot of businesses out there. Ours has been beneficial, but we could still operate limited capacity through the drive-through. I feel bad for some of the businesses that had to shut doors completely down and aren't working, or just doing mail order or telephone orders. Yeah.
When you guys, the first round of PPPs I think most banks were really just working with their customers. So today, has that changed? Are you guys working with new clients for applications to PPP, since there's still funds available?
There is, a great question. So yes, round one, I think every bank was kind of working towards their existing client base. I did have a lot of friends and colleagues reach out to me during that time to see if we can, help them out. I told them the same thing I think everybody said: go to your current bank where you're having your stuff and go there. Round two, fortunately, opened it up quite a bit more. More money was out there, more time was allowed. We are still working with PPP. We have an online streamlined process. It's not only for clients, it's also open to non-clients as well. So if there's anybody out there that still hasn't received their funding or needs assistance, I would highly recommend go to our website and take a look at it that way, or contact me and I can try to guide them in the best way I can.
And that is the payroll protection. Now, the EIDL loans, I know that I'm starting to see like a lot of people are starting to get approved for them now. Like they're starting to see that come through. They originally got the EIDL gift or the grant of $5,000 or $10,000, and now they're starting to see the EIDL loan come through. Are you guys still processing those, or is it still? I think they locked it down, right? They closed it down and opened it only for agricultural.
I didn't see that. I know that things keep changing. The best thing I would say is suggest go to the SBA website and see what the EIDL program is available. But again, yeah, I've seen a lot of people get that now too. People got the grant money first, worked with the payment protection program, and now they're working with several people getting the SBA portion, which was a loan that they're funding for.
Tell us where your location is and the phone number. So if somebody wanted to put that application through, they can still call you. Where would they call, and what's the address?
Sure. My address is I'm in Ormond, 775 West Granada Boulevard, right near Nova. I would also say you can call me at 386-673-7011. Hopefully everybody's watching knows me or connected with you somehow, that we would be able to communicate with each other through text, email, snail mail, whatever.
Whatever works best.
Right.
But I know that we talked about a little bit earlier that your world is not just CenterState. I mean, you're very involved in the community. You've served on the board of directors at the Daytona Regional Chamber of Commerce, at the Volusia Young Professionals Group. Your immediate past chair there at PACE, and there was a couple. Oh, and you did. You're at the Daytona Leadership Alumni, class 37.
Yep.
Right. All right.
Whatever.
Tell me a little bit about your involvement at the Daytona Regional Chamber of Commerce.
I think the Chamber of Commerce, the best part about them is they're our regional commerce. So they help all the surrounding cities. Volusia County is one of those counties that has several little cities built into it. And everybody has their Chamber of Commerce. And the best part I got to say about not only them, all the surrounding chambers, everybody works together. Every year, usually about the time the chamber puts on a mega mixer where it's at a specific location, several businesses are come first serve, and it's just a big networking event. You showcase your business, showcase other businesses, and get to meet new people and existing clients. I think the chamber does a great job by putting on many, many events. I know the director there and the CEO, and being part of the leadership class, it's all about informing people, giving them educational tips and tools, and being able to work together as a community, just to better ourselves, And the chamber does a great job putting on all these events, monthly socials, lunch and learns. And right now, just the way the world is operating, everybody's doing these Zoom meetings or some sort of a teleconference as opposed to face-to-face gatherings,
And they're doing a great job on education right now. They're really kind of filling the pipeline with stuff, and we're really hoping that we'll see each other face to face at an event soon. Although I'm not sure that that's going to happen at this point after the last couple of weeks, but let's see. I'm still hopeful. I'm super social, as you are you, so I know that I'm super hopeful that we'll be at a business after hours together come July. But I'm talking myself.
Yeah. And what will that look like? Will we wear masks? Do we have hand sanitizer in our pockets 6 feet apart?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that. I'm sure they're thinking about it, though.
Yeah, I'm sure they are coming up with a great game plan.
Now, and we had the pleasure last year of serving on the Small Business Committee, and then you served with me on the Small Business Awards Committee, which was awesome. So we've had the opportunity to work together on some awesome stuff. I know that committee is getting ready to change up a little bit, but from a regional perspective, you're absolutely right. They're amazing. But I feel like I've learned so much. Even I've had the opportunity to be a part of other chambers, but I feel like they're really, they're like a no joke chamber, 4-star accredited. You've been here longer than me. I'm just
one of the very few in the state. Nancy Kiefer, the CEO there, has done a great job getting them the accreditation and the the information that goes behind it, and being able to advocate that to other chambers as being the only one in our area, and a few in the state that are actually accredited that way.
Yeah. And then through them, is that where your involvement comes with the with the Volusia Young Professionals Group?
Was it kind of? Yeah, the Volusia Young Professional Group. It's our local young professional group meetup. It's an offshoot of the chamber. It is its own separate entity, but we are under the governance of the chamber. So the chamber, kind of like our big brother there, kind of makes sure we're, doing what we do. But also, it's one of the very few young professional groups in the country that are actually accredited and also backed by the chamber. Our chamber is our partner with us, along with the Leadership Daytona Alumni Council. It's one of those things is trying to get the younger people motivated and engaged, and not so maybe scared of going to a networking group where they don't know anybody. And here's a group of younger professionals who are trying to get their name out there, build a connection, build a network, build their base. I kind of got into it about, I want to say maybe 8-9 years ago now at this point. Had some other younger people that I was getting to know, told me about this group that at that time was called the Daytona Beach Young Professions Group, but they're up and coming, getting to know the community. They're trying to give back. They're doing beach cleanups, school drives, clothing drives, and told me I should get involved and meet some new people. That's kind of how I did it. I just started going to a monthly networking event. They hold a couple a month. It was one where scared at first, you're a little intimidated. You're going to an event with maybe anywhere from 30 to 80 people. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And just doing that, I started going out, hanging out more, getting to know a lot of people, got the chance to join the board. Every year they hold an open committee for any open positions. Of course, being the banker, the numbers guy, everybody says, oh, you should go be the treasurer of the group. And I was thankfully chosen, succeeding one of the other treasurers who was a CPA, Doug Gilkin, hashtag Dougie Fresh. So you always want a numbers guy or numbers person, I should say, to take over the treasurer role. So I succeeded him, became the treasurer for a couple of years, moved up to East chair, the chair, eventually president, and now I'm in my my waning year of relaxing as past president.
That's awesome. And tell me a little bit about who took over.
So this year's current president is Catherine Naguib. She's she works for the Halifax Health Foundation. Great person, great colleague, great friend. Somebody I met, again, going through the Young Professionals group. We all had a kickball team one year. We all joined it, played it, got to know each other. She had the same, I think, passion, the need to give back and further her involvement with the group. And so now she's this year's president. Crazy year for it, but better her than me.
She's so sweet. I remember my first event, you introduced me to her and several others, and she was just so welcoming. I think because I was so shy, of course. People think I'm an extrovert, but I'm actually very shy, as you know, because I've shared my anxiety with Vinny plenty of times.
Sure.
And
I'm the same way. I mean, I come across social. I do like to go out, but I too am, I think, an introvert, or what they call intro extrovert. I don't mind staying home, watching a good movie, getting some takeout, or what the case is, or spend time with my wife and my little dog. But I think it's part of the job, or I guess part of the personality. You've got to go out, meet people, talk to people.
Absolutely. I definitely do it because I'm more forced to do it, because I'm constantly thinking, okay, I have to be in front of people. So I talk myself into it more than I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I want to be in front of people. That doesn't happen. But people think that's the case. And I think with you too, because even before getting on this call, you're like, oh man, I hate public speaking, but you're great at it, actually.
I try. Stuttering sometimes, or I got to make myself little notes just to keep track,
I'm not judging at all.
I think we got to. Sometimes I'll get off on my tangents, or I'll, go from left field to right field. You tell me about something about numbers or a formula, I'm all in. I got it. But when we're just talking off the fly or a story, I'll go all over the place.
Yeah, I hear you. And for the most part, everybody that I've met, not for the most part, everybody that I've met from the young professionals is awesome. They're great. I need to have them all on here eventually. I've cut it down to like one a week for my sanity.
Yeah. It's great that you do this, but yeah, you're right. You got to have a little time for yourself, recharge the batteries per se.
When quarantine started, I was doing one a day because it made sense. I was like, I'm here, I can shut off at 4:30. But now with the business, I think it makes sense for it to be once a week, and we've got so many cool people coming up. But tell me a little bit about, I know that you're still on the Associates Board of Directors for Halifax Health. Tell me a little bit about that.
So it's a great group of individuals for Halifax. Halifax has a couple different boards. They have their foundation board, and then kind of like the Associates Board, which is, I would say, a public relations board, a community development board. It's a vast group of individuals in all realms of business out there. And the whole idea is to get educated, all the great things Halifax is doing, and to be able to advocate that in the community and just bring awareness to what Halifax is, what the group is. I mean, all the events they do and everything that it does to our community here.
And they are our community hospital for the most part, right? I know that again, I'm still learning, so excuse. I'm still learning. They're our community hospital here.
They're our local hospital. We do also have Advent Health, who's a great community partner as well. Those are our two main hospitals in the area.
Yeah. I don't know a lot about Halifax, but they are mainly in Volusia County, or they're Halifax, so they've got to be. Is it just Volusia County?
The Volusia County, they do have a satellite office. I think I know there's an urgent care in Ormond. They have a small office in Port Orange, and then they got the new hospital they're building the land. Yep.
That's awesome.
Deltona, I'm sorry. Deltona. Yeah.
Say that again.
I said Deltona. Sorry. I drive it all the time when I go I-4.
We have a little bit of a lag. We're not trying to talk over each other, just for everybody that's watching. For some reason, we have a weird connection. But how did you get involved with them?
Another community partner, somebody I knew from the Young Professionals group, had told me about the group, said that they were looking for more, community partners to get involved and get engaged. And it's just something I joined and has been on there for about 4 years now.
And with PACE, I know that you're no longer on the board, but can you tell me a little bit about it? Because I know you had to leave because you married someone on staff. Makes sense. But tell us a little bit about it. I keep telling Carrie one day I want to talk to the girls. I think it's awesome. But
I think you'll love that. The PACE Center for Girls headquarters are in Jacksonville. It's an alternative school for young women of all ages up to high school. So anywhere from elementary, middle school, and high school. It gives them a different form of education as well as guidance, or I should say therapy and counseling. So Carrie is the program director, but she's also the licensed mental health therapist and counselor there on staff as well as the other counselors. She'll probably do a better job of giving the elevator speech than I would.
So make her commit to doing one of these with me. I
will get her on her about it, and then I'll do the same thing, pop in the video with her.
Perfect. I love it. Meaning, because you're involved in so much stuff, is there one nonprofit that just kind of like speaks to your soul?
That's a tough question. I mean, a great question, but a tough one. For me, they all are important. I mean, it coming from the Sanford area, Apopka, that Volusia County is a tight community. It's a small community compared to the rest of the state. So many well-deserving and needing nonprofits. Everybody's got a need. Everybody needs the funding. I can't name one, unfortunately. And to me, they're all important. They all have their niche and their space and their need for the community. For me, I kind of got involved with all the nonprofits or community engagements, as per se, was kind of came from my dad and my mom. They immigrated here to America, late 70s. I was born here, so I'm first generation. And my dad's always been one of those, typical American story. Came here with, $10 in his pocket, worked his way up, built a business, raised a family, bought a house, and lived in the American dream. And for us, he would always tell me, give back. If you can't give back with money, you give back with time, you give back with effort, you give back any way you can. And so, growing up as a kid, I'd have to ride the bicycle to our store, and my dad would make us all do the every job from bottom up. I'd sweep the floors, I'd take out the trash, clean the bathroom, work the register, whatever it is, we did it all.
That's awesome.
Kind of made me give back more. So it was just a natural progression. You start giving back to your community, you find passion where you want to give back your time and your effort to. Yeah,
absolutely. And I had the pleasure of meeting your mom because she came in to get a poster laminated. And she was so sweet. She was just, is it you and a sister, right?
Me and two sisters, yeah.
Two sisters, yeah. She was just like, talking about her kids, and she was just a proud mama. Super sweet. And did they own a, I vaguely remember, but was it like was it a shirt company or something in Sturgis?
We had a souvenir store here on Main Street. It was one of those, you kind of follow the bike week rally. So my dad we would have a temporary shop in Sturgis in South Dakota, but we would also follow the bike rally. So we'd go to Myrtle Beach, New Hampshire, Vegas, California. So during the summers or whenever time permitted, my dad would take us on these little road trips all around the country to go to the bike rallies. And then after the bike rallies were over, it was education time. So like when we would go to Sturgis after we were done, here we are young kids. We just want to go home. And my dad's like, we're going to Mount Rushmore. We're going to go get an education. We're going to go see the National Historic Monuments, So it's one of those things.
So it was like sightseeing. You got to see a lot of the U.S. It's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Very, very big U.S. Lots of people out there. And all we'd want to do is come back home. We want to go back to get out on our own bed, go see our friends, ride our bikes, whatever the case was.
And you guys are going like the Smithsonian's for days.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome. What motivates you? What's your motivation?
My family.
Or what's your why?
It's my family. It really is. I mean, I think, coming from immigrants coming to the U.S., it was just us. So we were a close knit, and we're still like that. And now I've, brought my wife into the pack and our little pup. For me, it's family and friends. That's really what moves me what to do. Anytime I want to go out and do something, those are the first people I'm thinking of going out with or hanging out with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can see that. Yeah. Tell me something. Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
You're a good sous chef, is what I hear. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about it. Is she laughing?
So Carrie and I, she's not here. Actually, she's in the bedroom. I'm sure she's laughing in there. But, I think like every married couple, you find that balance, you give and take, and you try to do everything together and split duties. And so we take our turns cooking, or we try to always help each other. And I know like part of my thing is the dishes and the cleaning, and she loves that. But she dislikes maybe chopping the onions and, mincing the garlic. And I love doing that. Give me that. Let me peel it, chop it up, and we're good to go. So, when she's cooking, I always help her with that and vice versa.
Let me see if I can find her message. I asked her this morning, I was like, I need a few things that Vinny wouldn't say about himself. And she said, he's an awesome sous chef. And he's a stand-up guy who will do anything for anyone. Which is true. I've seen that. So, so I know that. But yeah. And then you guys just recently got bikes. We have a little bit of a lag. So just so everyone knows, we have a little bit of a lag between us. That's why you'll hear breaks in between. Just because we're trying not to speak over each other. So you guys recently just got bikes? Was that was your quarantine?
That's our little quarantine splurge. We live here on beachside in Daytona, close to the beach, right across the river. It's one of those things like, how do we not have bicycles? How do we not take a bike to ride up to the beach? Go up and down the beach, visit some of our great local restaurants, have a bite to eat, and then ride our bikes back. And great way to work out what we just ate. And it's one of those things. So we were, I think, like everybody during the quarantine, looking for things to do. And so we were looking for bicycles, and we were kind of hunting all over on Facebook and, a lot of the online stores, some of our normal retailers, and everybody was basically out of bicycles. They had they were either out or not styles we wanted, or there was just a tremendous backlog. And so we were fortunate enough to visit some of the local shops, see what they had. And we came across a great one in Ormond, the bike shop there. We each found a bicycle we liked and wanted. And so we picked them up, and within that first week, this was a couple of weeks ago when we had, literally every day was rain. So here we are with brand new bicycles. Can't ride anywhere because it's raining.
It's like 10 days of rain.
We have like 10, 15 days of rain. So it was like we couldn't take it out anywhere. Now we could have rode it, but we had new bicycles. We didn't want to get them all dirty with the rain, so we just kept them inside the house, looking at them.
So right now, to get dirty.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. So right now, the 2 bikes are still sitting in our Florida room right now by the front door, ready to go again.
But they're clean. I mean, you've used them, right? You really used them. Like Vinny, did you use the bike? Did you clean it when you got back? I feel like you're the kind of guy that would clean a bike.
That's more Carrie. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a good maintenance type of guy with that kind of stuff. Carrie will be the first one to come in with a rag, wash it down, make sure it's parked right. And me, I'm just going to go put it in. Let's go.
Actually, now I'm thinking about it because her and I were doing, we were having dinner with a friend, and it was the day that you guys got the bikes, and she was talking about how like you have to clean the bike. So, and she seemed like very convinced that you needed to clean the bike. And I know that's a fact because I got a grill when I first moved here. I just made a year here, and my grill looks like it's been here for 10 years. It's a brand new grill, but I'm beachside too. So all of our beach chairs are like falling apart because of the sand. So I guess you would want to clean your bike. Okay, I'll give you that.
We do. I mean, we've only gone out a handful of times, so not enough, I would say, warranting a thorough cleaning. But I'm sure once we start to actually take it on the beach and get the sand kicked in there, then we're going to be coming back, washing them down. And so we have all the tools and the manpower to do it. There
was again, forgive me because I don't remember the name. There was a event that was done here at NASCAR off the big building, and you guys like rappelled off. You did it year before last, and Carrie did it last year, right?
We both did it last year, actually. It was Over the Edge. It's part of the NASCAR Foundation, another great, local nonprofit in the area, working with Easter Seals, a national, nonprofit, but one where we also have our own local setter here. And so the goal was you had to raise X amount of funds, and once you raised funds, you got to rappel off the International Speed Motorsports building up there on International Speedway Boulevard. So I want to say it's 8 stories, 9 stories. Pretty cool. You get all geared up in a harness. You wear a jumpsuit, you get the harness, you go all the way to the top, and you get to rappel off the building. And I was fortunate enough where both Carrie and I got a chance to do it. I won't be ashamed to admit that she raised her funds quicker and faster than I did. So she was set in a couple months, ready to go, and sitting back on Easy Street watching me go out there and make phone calls to everybody. And I'm like, hey, Carmen, I need $20. Give me $25. Need to be able to jump off the building with Carrie. It was pretty cool. We both got to do it together, going down side by side. I
don't know why I thought that you guys did it 1 year apart, but that's cool. I didn't realize that you guys did it together. That is kind of an awesome thing to do. I thought it was
cool, and she got down quicker than I did. I won't be ashamed to admit that too. She has no fear sometimes with things like that. I'll probably hesitate, and I think I was pulling on my cord a little bit, either too much where it locked itself, and here comes Carrie just going by herself.
So you guys both did it at the same time?
Yeah, we got to go at the same time. So we had this game plan that we're going to try to go neck and neck together, and then probably competitive side of me made my I try to get my thing to open up quicker so I can fall faster, and then it locked itself, and before you know it, she got down before I did.
So pretty much you're making excuses because your wife won?
Of course. And the beauty of it was, I've grown up here. Mary's a transplant, but I grew up here, and I can hear everybody down there yelling, beat Vinny, go Carrie.
It's because she's so lovable.
She's just that awesome. Everybody loves Carrie,
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, is Carrie here? Where's Carrie at? Is Carrie coming?
I know. I need a wife like Carrie. I'm just saying.
Right? We'll find that person for you.
You what?
We'll find that perfect person for you.
No, we're good. Now, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, I just need a person so I can jump off of a building with.
Yeah, there we go.
Added one thing to a reason why you need to take a ton of stuff, a reason why not to.
Well, you got to be adventurous. You got to be able to do different things. And we've gone on a cruise where we zip lined over at that time was one of the biggest zip lines over a natural body of water. And I think it was Haiti or one of the Caribbean islands. It was pretty cool. So we have some pictures and videos of both of us ziplining down the bay.
That's awesome. Are those
Yeah.
like the two most adventurous things that you guys have gotten to do together?
Trying to think. So far, I think yes. We talked about doing some suspension bridges. Gatlinburg's got one we were going to go do, and then she, along with some of my coworkers, got me skydiving pass. And so I think that's where her adventurous side stops. She's kind of okay with me going, but she doesn't want to join me with the skydiving part. And I was ready to. Yeah, I thought she would be, but it's just not her thing.
Huh.
I guess we thought of a perfectly good airplane, you know?
Yeah. So, I totally would think that she would do it. She seems like she's adventurous.
Right. And actually, funny enough, I had this booked up to, I want to say like mid-March, but this is when the pandemic was kind of hitting. And so I got it on pause right now, but I got the ticket sitting on my desk ready to go. I just need once we open back up again, ready to make an appointment to go.
So what was your, did you guys have anything planned prior to COVID that you guys have had to cancel?
Just a couple of weekend getaways locally here. We love going to New Smyrna. We love staying at one of the local spas over there and staying in their old historic bed and breakfast. And really, we were wanting to plan a couple trips this year towards the middle, but obviously with COVID kind of stopped everything. And so we're sitting in that low moment now. It's like, okay, do we reschedule? Do we postpone? Or do we even try to book something for later in the year or early next year, not knowing what's going to happen, you know?
Oh. So I told my nieces, I was like, this year I am going to Broadway. I'm going to watch Hamilton.
Oh, nice.
So that was my thing this year. And of course, that didn't happen. But
Yeah.
I get to watch Hamilton with you guys.
That's it.
We've got a watch party, a group of us to get to watch Hamilton. So I'm super excited about it. Those of you that don't know what Hamilton is, download it now.
Looking forward to that. So I know it's going to be us and a couple of groups of good friends. We're going to have a nice little potluck. You're kind and gracious to host the event. So we're going to have a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah. And I had this 1770 outfit that I really wanted to wear. But COVID-19 is also added to my size. And now I can't wear it, but I still wanted to wear it. And that was our plan.
Come on. We'll find a way. We're gonna see that out.
Don't judge me. That's all I can say.
Wait till I come up and wait till you see what I wear.
Every patriotic girl needs a Betty Ross outfit.
Right?
No? I think so.
No, I agree with you. I think so.
I'm actually very
like I
excited
said, I'm just excited. I want to see this outfit. What better time to wear
I'm
to
gonna have to
watch
hide it before you
Hamilton,
guys.
right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm totally saying. So we're sitting here, we're texting back and forth, and we're trying to plan this Hamilton watch party. And we're definitely discussing that we should all dress in 1770 gear because it makes sense. Are you showing up in 1770? I'm gonna fix this dress. Are you really?
I don't know. I gotta find something. I haven't found anything yet.
And of course, Ken Phelps did bring up a good point that we probably don't want to go to a thrift store right now in the middle of COVID-19.
I thought I had a great idea,
down.
but he pulls up a very valid point right now to do that.
Well, he's so logical, right?
He's our logical person, and I gotta say, Ken's a great guy. Ken and I did a leadership class together. You know, he works for the chamber, the business development director there, but he and I did leadership class together.
And so back to the chamber. The chamber is doing the Back in Business Safely campaign. and we did a video. Did you do a video yet?
I have not. Waiting on Ken to let me know. So Ken, give me a call. I'm available. We can do a video.
I'll send you the
No,
script.
but I saw your video. I think it's a great video. Great, another not marketing tool, but another great tool and educational part of the chamber. Let everybody know how local businesses are doing, how they're reeling in with the COVID right now, and how they're taking CDC guidelines into opening doors back up. And to show people that we're back in business. We are this is still open.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the script. I think you should do it. I think you guys you should definitely. I feel like you conned me into doing all this stuff, like voluntold.
That sounds great. You get somebody else to do it first, and then you do it second.
Yeah, so I did it first, and I'm gonna make you do it second.
There we go.
Vinny, before we close, what was your COVID-19 life lesson?
Oof, life lesson.
Ooh. Yeah, there has to be one.
I think I caught myself maybe more of a germaphobe than I ever thought I was before. Being in banking, dealing with money and people, you come across a lot of things, and you wash your hands regularly, and I keep hand sanitizer on my desk, but
sure.
I think during this time, I think I've caught myself using my sanitizer a lot more, and washing after, or at least wiping the desk down in case if somebody came in, or I don't know. And Carrie will kind of make fun of me saying that. So if we go out, or if I go out for work for the day and I come home, I kind of take the clothes off and throw it right in the laundry room, and then go take a shower. So that way I get the outside out, and I'm just now nice and clean inside the house. Kind of weird, right? No, that's post-COVID, or I should say, right now during COVID. Like before, you took your clothes off, you threw it away, you're fine. But now I catch myself showering more, washing my hands a lot more, sanitizing more. Right? Am I the only one here?
I do. No. I feel like COVID-19 has just made everything. Now I'm kind of I'm a little bit OCD, so I used to be very messy. I'm not gonna lie, but like clothes everywhere kind of person. But I became extremely OCD. I don't know where that happened. I don't know how that changed. Like late 20s, I just somehow like decided I wanted everything in order, everything to be color coordinated, as you can see with my background. Mm-hmm. Everything color coordinated and everything clean. So we're light manufacturing, and I'm constantly going to the back going, can we please make this center tour ready? The floor needs to be clean. And they're like, oh, we vacuumed this morning, Carmen. We just cut aluminum. And I'm like, well, vacuum again. It needs to look nice. So now everybody's like vacuuming and cleaning in between other people. If they see a little smudge on the front counter, they come by and they clean it. And I have to say that Carmen is in a very happy place when everyone is clean. I definitely I need to be on the water and in a clean place. Those two things, and I am so happy. So COVID-19, as you can see with my very burned face, that has made me very happy.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think I've kind of grown accustomed to that. Carrie's got a little OCD, and she loves everything like you, nice and neat in its place, color coordinated, whatever the case is. And now it's definitely more so that, if not on a whole different level now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that that's it for you.
Right.
So I hope that we do get to see each other in a professional setting, because we do get to we just hung out recently, and we're going to do this Hamilton watch party, so we get to have our small groups under 10, and yep. I am blessed enough that you guys are part of that group. So I absolutely love you and Carrie. I love your heart for community. And I think that's definitely what attracts me to you guys, is because I love community. I love service, and I can see how genuine it is for you guys. So I just appreciate, especially you, because you were probably the first person when I got here after that one-on-one that was like, I want to get you connected, and I really needed that. So I appreciate the push, and it's been great for the business. So I awesome. Appreciate the encouragement.
That's great right here. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's making new connections, new friends, lifelong friends, and just, being able to help others get to the next level.
So be nice to everyone, because 15 years later, right? We literally
Right.
didn't even realize that we had been on a boat together 15 years ago or 14 years ago.
I know, right?
That's
Whatever the
insane.
number is, yeah.
Was it 14 years ahead? It was a long time ago. We were on the boat.
I can't remember last week, let alone a year ago, 14 years ago.
So that's so awesome, because you just never know when your paths are going to cross again. And I just, again, said, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for taking the time going over PPP information, what COVID-19 has been like for you guys. And if anybody wants to get a hold of Vinny and wants to put through a PPP loan, or just needs a new awesome local bank, I'm going to say this is the guy to go with. And just give me a call. I'll get you guys in contact with Vinny, and I hope to see you soon at a chamber event.
Yes. Very good. Thank you very much, Carmen.
All right. Bye.
Bye.